Good morning again. A quick look at headlines. Kim Jong-un steals Christmas by demanding Christians in North Korea celebrate his grandmother instead of the birth of Jesus. The dictator's grandma was born on Christmas Eve back in 1919 and grew to be, yes, a communist activist. She died in 1948. Oh my. And here's something you don't see every day. A seal on the run from police. Officers finally found the big guy on top of this car in Tasmania. You can see he's hard to miss and even dented the hood. Good news, he was safely returned back to his home in the ocean. And Abby, it looks like he gave his seal of approval to that car.
Well played. That is a huge seal. Wow. Well, President-elect Donald Trump announcing over the weekend he will dissolve his foundation to avoid any potential conflicts of interest. But for the Democrats, this move apparently is not enough.
Yeah, the DNC saying the announcement is, quote, a wilted fig leaf to cover up his remaining conflicts of interest and his pitiful record of charitable giving. We are glad that he is shutting down this corrupt enterprise, but questions remain about how this shutdown will accommodate the investigation into the foundation. But the question is, would Democrats be satisfied regardless of what Donald Trump has done and will do?
That is the question. Christopher Bedford is the editor-in-chief of the Daily Caller News Foundation. Good morning to you.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day. So that is the question. I mean, if this were a Democrat, for example, how would this be played?
I think it'd be played very differently. And Donald Trump and everyone in the media has got a visit from the ghost of Christmas future here for what's going to happen over the next 4 years with Democrats. So they've been calling him to divest, and they're worried about all of his business interests, which, by the way, are not this has happened with presidents before who've been very wealthy men. So he's moving slowly, and he's announced he's going to divest this charity, and they just attack. You can be guaranteed that no matter what he does over the next few years, that's what the Democrats are going to do. But they're going to have a rough time for the first few months because he's got the full power.
You used to the partisans. You want to book and get both sides. And I thought, and if you want to do a fair and balanced look, if you're a Democrat, you'd say, I wonder what the legal implications are because it is technically under investigation from New York. But to attack this way, it shows a personal attack about a president that we know is going to have a tough time from day one. But to attack this aggressively, what does it say about the future?
Well, I think it says that they're going to be pit bulls for Donald Trump. They certainly weren't pit bulls against Hillary Clinton, whose foundation was far more reaching, was worth significantly more, and had more legal problems until Donald Trump started being investigated. But it's a personal, vicious level of attack that I do not. We've seen it already. We've seen violence at the rallies. We've seen crazy rhetoric. We've seen, like we just talked about earlier, the tweets about white genocide. Yeah. The left is going nuts, and it's going to be very personal. And they're going to attack Donald and his daughter like she was attacked in the airplane for years and years, I think.
All right, so let me read you some of these tweets. This is from the DNC's Deputy Communications Director, Eric Walker, tweeting this. Might be tough to shut down a foundation that's under investigation for fraud,